Welcome back to This is That's Cricket. Oh my goodness, it's so early in the morning. This is your post test match wrap. It's brought to you by Runmaker. Liam, give me your first reactions.
Yeah, what the head?
What the heck?
What the hell? No, it was a crazy day, right? I mean, at the start of the day, England needed one wicket, and then all hell broke loose and finished with an unbelievable knock from your boy Travis Head. I played with Travis quite a little bit, and for him to open the batting, it's not like he's that uncomfortable. He's done it before. He's got a good average up top, and we've seen what he does in T20 one-day cricket. He can play awkward shots. He can smoke the ball. He steps into out. He walks across, and he's a very destructive player. But well done, Australia. Well done, Adam. Congratulations. 1-0.
Hey, it's not me. I'm not Australia. It's done. The test is done in 2 days, team, and we're gonna break everything down. So, team, big shout out to sponsor for this episode, Runmaker. Runmaker. Every series, the Ashes gives us moments we never forget: blistering spells, brave stands, and shots that echo through history. But this year, you won't just watch the drama unfold; you can feel it. Train your reflexes with life pace. Refine your technique with real-time feedback and take on sessions inspired by legends of the game out in the middle. This Ashes, don't just be a spectator, own the moment. Runmaker VR is your very own indoor net facility from the comfort of your own home. With Runmaker, you can train how you want, whenever you want, putting your skills to the test in real-time net situations. Work on the short ball, work on your cover drive, your ramp shot with real-time feedback. You can also get feedback on your game by recording your session and sending it to your coach. Your journey to the pitch starts with Runmaker VR. Download Runmaker VR and save this Ashes with code Runmaker sub-E6EFEA to get 50% off your first 6-month subscription when signing up before January 31st. There you go. Big shout out to Runmaker. So we're going to get into everything. First question off we got over here. Was this the most chaotic Ashes ever?
Firstly, very good read, mate. Very, very impressive, that. And also, shout out to Runmaker for jumping on board so early on the podcast journey. We appreciate you. The question, was this the most chaotic Ashes ever? It wasn't it joint second quickest finishing Ashes? It was chaotic. I don't know
Yes.
if it means, I think it was very fast. That's very quick, Ashes.
Very quick. Yes. It's unbelievable how much it ebbed and flowed. There's so much to talk about. Everything from Stark getting 10 wickets, his incredible catch, Doggett's debut. It's just so many things. So many things happen. England were one down with 99 runs ahead, and somehow they've ended up losing this game. It was almost unlosable. I thought that getting 250 ahead would have been enough for them. England kind of ran out of steam. I don't know. We're going to break it all down and figure out where everything went wrong. How and when did the momentum shift on day 2? Is there a key moment where everything kind of changed?
Yeah, I mean, there was obviously that huge break where they lost, what was it, 3 wickets for nothing, 4 wickets
3 for
for
none.
9. 3 for
Yes.
none,
3
and the
for none.
boy who struggled first innings, the Scotty bowling Boland, ball beautiful, mate. He created chances and he took some edges, and that was kind of for me, that was the main part of it, right? As well as Stark obviously getting Stokes and also Root. That was a massive spell of cricket. I don't think you can win a game in 15, 20 minutes, but you can certainly do a good way of losing it, right? And I think that was kind of what happened. Your big key players got bowled out by Scotty Boland and Mitch Stark, and that was kind of the downfall for me. And England probably thought that was enough on that wicket, but as we've seen in that second innings that Travis Head was batting on, you can still play shots on it. You can be aggressive. You can play smart cricket, and that's what he did. He just absolute counter attack. But for me, it was that bowling spell of Boland and also the wickets of Stark was a massive momentum shift.
Yeah, I think that was just the turning point there. That spell, they took 4 wickets in 20 minutes or so. It was absolute chaos there for England, and absolutely changed the game. And then it almost felt like the England kind of got let off the hook. Australia pushed the field out. Cass and Atkinson were able to put on some runs there at the end. They were smacking the ball around and ended up getting England 205 ahead, which at that point I was like, I probably wanted them 50 more runs, considering that, Australia got rolled for, less than 200 in the first innings, and so did England. And that 200 would have been 250 would have been definitely enough to win them a game or defend that total. But circumstances change. Everything was. This is a very weird situation where Usman Khawaja in the first innings was off for the injury, lower back problem, lower back spasm, didn't come out to open, and then transitioning into the second innings, again, went off the field, and then Australia needed to put in a different opener, and Travis Head, appears that Travis Head asked to go and open. And he opens regularly in T20. He opens in one-dayers. He's not, he's not like he can't do it. And in a situation where this was basically a one-day test, like a two-day test, one-day test, it was like an ODI. They weren't they're only chasing 205. So having Travis Head go out there, him and Weatherald really weathered the storm for those first few overs. And then once he got his eye in, he just teed off. Just teed off.
Going back to your point, I think Australia did let England off the hook a little bit with Atkinson and Cass. Langer was speaking about Perth, and I know Perth, the whack is a different wicket, but the most difficult length to face is the top of off, your heavy hard length. And I think both teams, even though it was low scoring, they went to the bouncer option so quick, right? And I think it'll be justified now, but I think when you got Atkinson and Cass, they're going to play shots. But if your best players struggle top of off, I'm sure the tail end's the same thing. They're going to tee off. They've ball bounces, potentially get edges, but tail enders sometimes play fair. They're decent players that can swing the bat, and if you're bowling short, they're going to take a chance and try and whack it, right? So for me, it's like, do you stick to your top of your off, top of your middle stump, and then with your bouncer rather than just go all out bouncer attack? But yeah, also to your point, Travis Head, we touched on him. You just touched on him. I touched on him a minute ago. I played with Travis quite a little bit. You see him in the IPL. You see him playing for ODI. You see him getting man of the match in finals and to win World Cups and that kind of thing. He loves the pressure. He loves to thrive under pressure. He's not like a very classical player. I'm not saying he doesn't look good, but he's got his own technique that works for him. He kind of like shovels it and he opens himself up and he cuts. And sometimes his shots look a little bit unique and sometimes ugly, but he's always got his set. He's always got a base and he managed to get power, finds different angles, finds the gaps in the outfield, finds the boundaries. And he was unbelievable today. That innings was top class. And as you said, that's such a massive thing for him to go out there on a wicket that potentially could have done a little bit and was like, listen, I'm just going to go and throw the bat at it. I'm going to play smart. I'm going to take on the bowlers. And what you touched on as well is like, did the bowlers lose a bit of steam, the English guys? Maybe they didn't because they didn't bowl too much, but I think Travis Head just absolutely bullied them.
Yeah, I mean the first few overs that the Weatherald took him 10. He faced 10 or so balls to get himself off the mark, and they just kind of weathered that early storm. The ball was moving a little bit, but once they finally got their eye in,
Weatherald weathered it.
Yeah, Weatherald weathered the storm. The Pirate coming back off his dust from the first innings. But once he got off the mark, they were just kind of cruising and hitting the ball around. And then once England opened the field up, it was kind of all over at that point. And I just don't like that at all. I mean, I'm a big on, if you're gonna lose it attacking, not lose it to like trying to defend. Like, you only had 200 runs to play with. And you're going to make him hit over the top, but they just spread the field. And he hit sixes over third man. He was hitting third man sixes, and he was hitting pulls to six.
You know what as well? Like yesterday when I was watching it, I also didn't see the dimensions, but the actual third man fine leg on that side it was pretty short. One was 64. Like 16. Yeah, it's pretty short. So that's what he's probably thought. Listen, if anything's short of me, third man or even fine leg, I'm actually going to take it on. It's not 85, it's not 90 meters, and that's what he did, right? He was actually hitting the boundaries, and it wasn't really any risk, really, I guess.
Yeah, no, directly square, like in the middle of the pitch, all the way out. That's like 82, 84 meters. So like mid wicket comes into like 70 plus. But yeah, no, the directly fine behind you, fine leg or third man. Yeah, 64, 62 meters, depending what end you're at. Kind of weird dimension-shaped ground. But no, he got a bunch of sixes all behind him, and then he baseballed a couple straight down the ground. Yeah,
Some great
took it to
shots.
him. Yeah, great shots. Just took it to him. So, which players shaped this game? Was really two man of the match performances. Imagine this. Imagine you take 10 wickets and you ain't the man of the match. I
I
don't know.
am
I don't
gonna
know.
go.
I don't know who is man of the match. I don't know if that's come up right away. If I can grab that and see who was man of the match, but you can't give Stark man of the match. You
No,
can't.
I don't think there was a few. There was a few players. Obviously, you have the winning team, but what shaped the game. Obviously, Stokesy also bowled well, got 5 for. That was a massive momentum shift throughout the game yesterday. But yeah, Stark was magnificent yesterday. He was also great today. We're getting that Crawley, that reaction catch, which shows he's an absolute athlete. Even though he's getting a little bit older, he's moving like a 25-year-old. But it's hard to go. I'm saying I haven't checked it either, but
It is. I have to
uh,
correct. I stand corrected. I have to correct myself. Mitchell Stark has been named as the player of the match with 10 wickets. 10 wickets, 113. I put it up here. He's 113 runs, 10 wickets. Economy was 4.54 with 5 maidens.
So you
Um,
think? I think maybe like the way he started it, he had the pressure yesterday to open the ball in, and that spell early on was unbelievable, right? That set the tone. That was an unbelievable spell, taking all them pulls and obviously coming back and doing it again. I'm just like that Travis innings was so special though, right? It's quite hard to go past that. Like what he's just done
yeah.
there was what was it? The second? Did you say second or third
So
quickest on?
Travis had scored 123 off 83. He scored it off 69 balls. The 100 came off 69 balls, which moves him into third fastest 100 in Test history. Incredible knock. And I mean, like, imagine not getting the man of the match off of that. But I mean, getting 10 wickets also very,
Yeah,
very prestigious. So
both did
kind of
unbelievable well.
crazy, kind
So
of
yeah.
crazy. And you got to consider a Stark also took this specky of a catch, screamer of a catch, caught and
Mm.
bowled, absolute full stretch dive, fingers under the ball. They called it revenge for Lords. Revenge for
I'm all,
Lords.
I'm very, very happy ball gets man of the match, you know. Often they don't get it, the batters get it. So well deserved, Starkey, well
Yes.
deserved. Up the ballers.
Up the bowl. That's right. So it is well deserved. Like I said, I thought there would have been a sniff, maybe if Travis had got player of the match. But yes, incredible innings from him. Well bowled from Stark. Yeah. Wow. So moving on from there, debutantes. 2 debutantes made their debuts. 2 debuts. Jimmy always makes fun of how I say debut. Debut. Weatherall
Debut.
Duck, beaten me for pace. Then came out today, got some runs today, couple runs today, and then
I thought the pirate was fairly poor, mate, to be honest with you. I mean, he got a few runs. I mean, nervous yesterday. That partnership today was decent, wasn't it? But even
yeah,
like on that wicket, cast ball the ball, that wasn't that quick, and he turned the bat on it and leading edge and caught. But I mean, it's also nerves. You need to get settled. So at least he showed a little bit of like, okay, this is what I am. He hit a few nice boundaries. Great partnership. So I guess he's done all right. You know, he's all
yeah, he
right.
did all right. I mean, he hit himself in the head. He hit himself in the head. That top edge into the head never feels good. Pop straight up for him to catch to duck it, but Doggett bowled very well. He also batted. He got 7 off 30. He outperformed Weatherald in the first innings with the bat. He also outperformed Usman Khawaja with the bat. So, I said Doggett maybe should have gone and opened. He could have opened the second innings. If
He,
Usman wasn't available, they could have put Doggett up there because he outscored both the 2 openers in the
so that
first. In the
Well,
first
that puts him. He definitely debutant of the game, but he took 5 wickets in his first Test match, right? You got to be happy. That was some really big wickets there. Didn't he get Harry Brook yesterday with a bouncer? And yeah, he got wickets today. He got the sort of the back end today, right? But
Yes.
fair play to him. That's a good debut. I was pretty impressed with him, and we spoke about it yesterday. Obviously, no one's Glenn McGrath, but he has that like tall action where it's Glenn McGrath, Hazelwood kind of vibe. Releases it from high, and obviously gives the ball the best chance of hitting the seam and nipping around. So I thought he was pretty sweet.
Yeah, he has a really fast wrist snap. I was looking at his Fox tracker, whatever they call it, the technology that shows how fast the
Mm.
arm speed, run speed, and wrist action is. And yeah, quite different. It was quite interesting to see how everyone does it. Wood and Archer are able to get the same speed out of the hand, but have two completely different wrist and arm speeds.
It's crazy.
Very, very interesting how that all works. So we're going to give Doggett the debutant award.
Doggy.
Yes,
yeah, doggy.
yeah.
The doggy.
The doggy gets the debutant doggy gets the debutant award. Too many dogs right there. Yes. So, team, this next segment of the pod is brought to you by Runmaker. There's no better run maker than Bazball. Bazball is the way to make your runs. What role did Bazball play in this test? Does Bazball work? Yeah.
Did it work? It worked. I mean, who did it yesterday? He looked for
It worked.
Harry Brook came out, and that's what he did, right? It looked like the wicket was difficult, so I guess it worked for a small period of time. Jamie Smith hit a few boundaries, but got caught. I mean, England guys got caught in the boundary, but I think it was a reverse Bazball and whatever you want to call it. Australia came out today and pretty much did what England wished they could do.
So yeah. Bazball was today. Today was Bazball. Travis said is Bazball. Bazball is just aggressive batting. They had a run rate of over 7. And the only thing that you say Bazball fails if you get out. If you get out, then it didn't work. If you don't get out, then it does work. So that's you know what I mean? That's, it works. Because this test runs gets done in 2 days. When you verse England, you only have to score 250 and you're in the money. Like that's, you know what I mean?
You like a nice road. If you go to the Optus, if that's what they call it, yes, they call it the Optus. If you go for the first 2 days, it's like, oh my God, this test cricket is amazing. But third, fourth, fifth day, you ain't watching shit. So it's like the cricket is like entertaining, but it's just like 2 days of a highlights package. So it's like
it's dumb. It's crazy. It's dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's the same thing happened in SCG last year. SCG, make the SCG a spicy pitch. No, the game's over in 3 days. Like, test cricket is 5 days of cricket. You don't want it like this. Like, you want it like this, but you don't want it like this because I don't know what happens with ticket sales for tomorrow. I'm assuming they get the money back.
I mean, you take 4 days, wouldn't you? You take 4 days or maybe the fourth day. But I mean, Australia have won, so they won't care if it's 1 day, 2 days, 5 days. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? It's test match, and you do want it to go a little bit further, right? You want England to be aggressive and play they want, but they want to get 400, 380. Then Australia, you want to see bigger scores, don't you? But like the wicket was doing a little bit all day. There was always something in that pitch for the first and the second day, right? And I just think, yeah, it's also England have just come off. They're playing against Mitch Starc, who's just ran up and bowled an absolute peaches for the first spell yesterday, and then you're under the pump straight away, and then that kind of makes there's the wicket doing everything because he's bowling so well, and that gets in the gremlins in the batsman's head, the little gremlins start chirping around. But I mean, I want to see it go longer than that. But also, if England play the next 4 and win in 2 days every one, I'd snap my hands off,
Yeah, but I think it's becoming an unnecessary way to play cricket. Like, is it fun? Yeah, sure, but it's like you don't play the 5 days. Like I said, go on to the days where you bat and you score 500. Go on to the days where you go and score 700. Like, no one's out here scoring hundreds. Like, no one really got in England. No one really was looking very well. Like, when you go out like Brook and you start smashing it around, it's not like you're like, oh, that was a classy innings or, it was a really good knock. He just smacked it around, found the boundary, and then got himself out. And like, okay, well, I got some runs.
That's the difference, right? Travis Head did exactly the same, but he got 100.
Yes.
So it's like,
yes.
You got to get your runs to make it look good. And it's like, oh, if you come out and start teeing off and get 12, you're like, what's this Plunkett doing? But then if he comes out and smokes 100, you're like, oh my God, it's the best knock I've ever seen. So it's like, It's getting the balance right. England do get it right. And I think, obviously, they're going to be disappointed with this, but I don't think they'll change because they'll be like, okay, we're just going to be aggressive next game. They won't change.
They're not going to change, and they're probably not going to be successful seeing this now in Australia. One of the key things we spoke about pre-game was are the bowlers for Australia able to buy them out? And they were. They were able to buy them out. They got them out of jail. They were able to get through England. And after the first day, we talked about that England's bowlers were almost better than Australia's bowlers. They looked incredible, England's bowlers. But coming into today, coming into today, it was not the same. And I don't know if it's just if they were tired, they didn't have the break they needed. If it's experience, if it's the way that you
Uh,
play your cricket, I don't know. But we had there was no skip of it. There was no skipping a beat between like Stark yesterday and Stark today. But there was
yeah,
a clear skipping beat between the English bowlers yesterday and English bowlers today.
Yeah, I think for me also, you have the build up. The England boys got into Australia 2 weeks ago, and it's all for the first day of the Ashes, second day of the Ashes, and the built up, raring to go. And I think you play that first innings, and then you've got like that energy dump. Do you know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
think
energy
like,
dump. I like this term.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah, so I think like your emotions are so high, and then Wood and Archer and everyone's bowling 90 clicks, 145 clicks, and you think you've done a great job, and you go and sit down, you start relaxing, and all of a sudden it's like wicket, 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 then you're back out there. And I think it's like you want to do it, but it's just not. Do you know what I mean? It's like not
Yeah,
quite there. So I think it's like the whole draining of that experience, and a lot of the guys haven't experienced that before. Like you're playing in the biggest game of your life in a massive arena, and I think your emotions went up and down, and your energy goes with that as well. So it's potentially could be a little bit of that, maybe.
absolutely. And I mean, like it's 2 days. Like normally this should have gone in a way where England batted most of day one, and that you would expect maybe before stumps they were out. That was expected. They would have at least batted to tea, and then in between that maybe they were out or they declare, and then Australia goes in, and then you get a whole night's sleep, and then Australia would have batted most of the next day, and then you come back for a little bit. Then they would have only just bowled in the afternoon today. Like that's traditionally how it rolls, right? But it was like
Mm,
you're in, you're out, you're going to go back, you're going to go field, you're going to come back and bowl, you're out there again, and it's all over.
yeah.
And like you know what I mean, there was no decompression time for anyone, and it just I feel like the gas wasn't on the pedal fully for England.
I'm just, yeah, absolutely agree. I'm just going off topic here because I'm just looking at the scorecard. Even though Marnus came in that second innings and the game was like, I mean, no, he did a great partnership. He looked good, mate. And I don't know him from the bloke down the street. I don't know him from a bloke down here in Manhattan. I've maybe met him once or twice, but he was fairly relaxed, right? Even yesterday, like he didn't get many runs, but he looked like relaxed. And today, I mean, that's the difference. He's looking to score runs, and I think the previous 2 years, the commentators were saying, and people who would know him, he just looked to survive. Where
Yeah,
today he's looking to score, and he looked comfortable, mate. For me, I'm looking at him there and said he's going to be set for this Ashes.
yeah.
He's looking to score big.
Yeah, I think the selectors have a big decision to make on what they do at the top of the order. This partnership, like I said, unfortunately took place because Usman had a bad back, had to go off, wasn't able to get back on the field. But Travis Head played an aggressive role like Warner used to play, and it allowed the freedom for the batters. Like it just creates this momentum, and it creates this freedom for everyone that follows you when the numbers are racking up that you're accumulating as a team. There's less pressure on you to score runs. You're getting so much closer to the end result. The pressure's taken off you. And I think that could be, depending on how the injury is and if he's eligible to play, there may be a whole switch up of the order altogether. Like if they're going to play like this, if you're going to play Bazball-esque and we're going to go 2-day, 3-day games, there's really a consideration to take Marsh up the order and have him
Mm.
open, or take Head up the order and have him open, and then bring Webster in at 6 and move Cam Green to 5 and restack the order. You know what I
Mm.
mean? If you're going to play like that one day, or think of like power play, Bazball style, Travis Head at the top, on the front foot, kind of aggressive cricket, I think everyone's going to be all for it. I don't think there's people going to be against it.
I would, if I'm opening bowler, I'm not going to enjoy bowling to Travis Head. If he plays 5 tests and he comes off 3 times, it's going to come quick. Yeah, for me that's dangerous, but depends what they want to do, right? You have an opener, opener's got his job, and if Khawaja comes back, but for me, I would hate to bowl Travis Head up top.
But that's what I'm saying is that it's like it's like fighting fire with fire. Bazball and England are always going to play Bazball, and then
Hmm.
the approach, the traditional approach, is take your time, and that creates this pressure where, like for example, in the first innings, they lose a wicket, and then Labuschagne and Smith take 4 or 5 overs without scoring a run. This pressure builds, and all of a sudden, Mark Ward's like, "Oh, it was an incredible 15-run stand they made." What do you mean incredible 15-run stand? What are we talking about? When do we go? When is the number that it's incredible, like to use the word incredible, attached to the number of 15 runs? Like that's
Maybe. Maybe
you know what I
Mark, what
mean?
he's probably saying, like, if it is spicy and the wicket's spicing around, then that passage of play might tire out the bowlers. It might make the ball older. You might be long enough out there where the pitch is getting drier and you're making it easy for the people coming down the order. But yeah, I mean, magnificence. Magnificence, a crazy word for that period of
Yeah,
play.
because that's what I'm saying is like if you know that they're going to come out and swing for the fences and they've got 170 odd, then you might as well come out to the fences and do the same thing. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like you just won all the, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, it pays off. It pays off because playing passively and not scoring runs was what happened in the first innings.
Yeah.
And they came out and they're like, we're going to be aggressive, and we scored the runs and it actually paid off. Because if they imagine if this was if Australia played their second innings as their first innings, they're probably going to score 500 runs. You know what I mean? They would have scored a lot of runs.
all out for 200 maybe, but yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to do with that batting order now, and obviously moving on to the next venue. You know.
Yeah. So, captains, how do the captains do here? How do they change the way that the game changed backwards and forwards? Couple of big key points here for the captaincy is it got to these, both captains got to the same point where they decided we're going to put the field out and we're going to bowl bounces.
It was 2 days of cricket, right? And you have your decisions to make, but what did they actually do there, the captains?
I don't know.
What did they actually do there? Because
I don't
it's
know what they
like
did.
Mitchell Stark bowled like a jet, take pulls. And obviously Stokesy bowled like a jet, take pulls. Go out there and smack it. I'm not sure how much, like, there's a little bit of tactics. Obviously, Steve Smith and Travis Head, that's an absolute probably key play of the game, right? That's probably the best decision that was made, obviously, with 100 and winning a game. But 2 days, you're not doing too much, right? You're probably doing more thinking off the pitch.
I'm a totally against your train there. There is so much tactics. There is so much thought going into this that it's almost too much thought.
Yeah.
Like literally they're doing the field placings are like out of this world. Like, what are we doing with the field placings? What is happening? Why is everyone here? Why is everyone there? They're like no mid on, no mid off at one point. That was like, they're just like all short, all bounces. Like
I like it's crazy. It is crazy. I like the creative side of it, but it's like, let's be aggressive. I'll just put everyone out.
Yeah, but if you're hitting the top of off stump, like if you're attacking the stumps, like just go stump the stump. Like go back to under 12s. If you're going stump the stump, if it's I miss, like you miss, I hit. You know what I mean? If you're bowling a ball 2 foot outside the off stump short, or I'm bowling it at, if it's a short ball, you can only get yourself out. You're only going to sky one or not sky one, or you know what I mean? But if you're bowling at the stumps constantly, and you're always looking to hit the stumps, well, then it's I swing, you miss. Like Travis Head was on 93. Archer bowled him a nice ball. It was technically would have been down leg side, but he stepped across the leg side stump, and literally his shot was like the perfect driver. He just like full swing, just full send on 93. Didn't care that he was on 93, and the ball didn't get up, and it went straight past the leg stump. But he didn't care. He was just teeing off.
Yeah, he was
but
filthy
I'm like,
cow corner.
Yeah. But I'm like, the Jofra should have been like, the first thing, if I was Jofra Archer, okay, he's going to do that. I'm going to bowl the very next ball right on the stumps. Because if he swings again and he misses like he did that ball, if it keeps a little bit low, I'm taking on his poles out. But no, next ball is short ball, bang, away he goes, and he moves on to his 100.
Yeah, easy said, isn't it? But he could have bowled it straight, and Travis could have smoked him out the Optus. So
well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you're bowling it at the stumps and you get carded, there's more likelihood that you're going to get him out bowled than if you bowl a bouncer. You can't get out bowled to a bouncer.
Also, I agree with what you said. Or you might not have said it. Maybe I'm just delirious because I'm tired. But when Archer bowled that ball, he missed. The ball didn't bounce too much, right?
Yes,
so like,
yes.
So it was. That I do agree with that. He maybe should have attacked the stumps a little bit more because it's a bit uneven. if it's uneven above your head, it's going to miss it. If it's uneven at your stumps, it's going to hit your stumps. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I just like I said, I didn't agree with both teams' decisions to go short, because even Steve Smith's decision to go short, Carl Atkinson went bang, 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 put on 50 or whatever, and it looked kind of embarrassing a little bit at a point, and almost not going to get away from it. And they eventually got the wicket, and they all put a bow on it, and closed the innings
But
out.
you
So
could say the first 3 innings, the bowling tactics were great because no one got runs.
you
You know,
could say that.
you could say that.
You
And
could
then the
say
last
that.
session was shit. But
You could say that. But like I said, like you just said, what classifies as a good tactic, and then what's just good bowling?
yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Like, if you
Yeah,
look at it, it's good bowling, and then if you think about Aussies did put the fielders back out in the first innings, and they got wickets caught out. Jamie Smith, Carse, Mark Wood obviously hit one up in the air. So I think that tactics is spot on. Obviously, you don't want to see it too early, but England batters didn't suit up, and they got caught on the boundary.
yeah,
Then you go to obviously the England bowling figures, a little bit different. Still some short bowling. I think England. Obviously, they bowled nicely. Stokesy bowled nicely, but you still go to the bouncer fairly early, right? Archer and Wood bowled rapid. But I think the first 3 innings were you got to be spot on, right?
yeah. They're all right. Yeah, I
I mean,
think.
yeah, but that's what's bowls well and what's good tactics. I
Yeah,
think, yeah, if
I
I'm
think it's
looking at a
different.
score sheet,
Yeah, go ahead.
if I'm looking at the score sheet, I'm looking number 1, 2, 3, good tactics, good bowling. That's low scores. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's different when you're bowling. Like literally as Stokes he was walking off the field, he said to he was like to Gus Atkinson, he whispered something to him, and the commentators were mentioning like, did he tell him to just chill out, or did he tell him to go for it? And first ball, he's just full send, full swing. Obviously he missed it. And they're like, okay, he told him to swing. And when you're swinging, it's going to pay off or it doesn't pay off. Like it could go into the hand, it could not go to the hand, and obviously a few got away. And eventually he got caught out in the deep. And the boundary that he was hitting to was 80 meters, big boundary out there. So,
Yeah.
Which was the pitch or the atmosphere responsible for the avalanche of the wickets? This is back to the whole pitch versus the players getting themselves out. One of the things that we've been talking about is, which I want to bring up a lot, is player getting themselves out or the bowler getting them out.
I mean, how are you justifying
Which
that?
was more
Because
of
if
it
it's
today or
but if
yesterday?
you still get caught on the boundary in a pull shot, the ball could still get you out because you're intimidated and he's bowled it where you want to ball him, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, so I take consideration of, let's think about how like Stokesy gets out to Stark. Stark goes through the gate, bang. That's just a perfectly beautiful ball. That's not, that's not the batter playing a bad shot. That's the batter getting outdone by the bowler. The bowler just has
Or
the
he didn't
number.
get forward enough.
Yeah, I didn't get forward, but I'm even saying like,
A good ball,
the
very good ball.
bowler got him. Same with most of the wickets caught behind. The bowler had the number. The bowler bowled a beautiful ball. Batter got caught in the crease, or they went through the gate, or whatever. But then there's also ones where if you just smack a bouncer down someone's throat in the outfield, that's more like your own fault. Like Weatherall today just played a cross bat shot, didn't need to. Top edge hit his helmet to duck it. That's kind of his own fault. It wasn't like a good. We wouldn't say it was a good ball. It wasn't good tactics either. It was just like he played a bad shot.
Yeah, he got
Out.
himself out. The ball bounced
Yeah.
a little bit, but he was set batsman. Yeah,
Yeah,
he should
didn't need
got
to
himself
do
out.
that. And even Travis Head got himself out. He was just swinging at the ball and baseballed one straight up in the air and gets caught, gets himself out, So yeah, like, and everything for the pitch being spicy or whatever. I mean, it seemed honestly like it was playing very well today for Travis Head. He had no problem batting on that pitch. England had a little bit of different problem batting on that pitch. Yeah, but what I do want to talk about that England only played the game, their batting lineup with 9 batters. They only had 9 batters. Zach Crawley
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
bat. Zach Crawley was not attending. He didn't attend this test match. And Joe Root didn't attend this test match. He wasn't there. He wasn't there. The average Joe has definitely become less than average Joe for the next couple of days. Yes. So Zach Crawley on
Yeah,
a
I mean,
pair.
tough. I mean, Rooty will come back. He's an experienced player. But yeah, if you start off, if you struggle first test, it's always going to be in your head a little bit. And it's the best players who sort of come out of that. I don't know, they practice a certain way, or they can get rid of it and they can leave the baggage in Perth and move on to the next stadium. And that's what good players do, good bowlers, good batters. It's the next game. That wicket might be better for you, but not an ideal start for Joe, but I'm sure he'll come back.
Not an ideal start. I'm sure there's gonna. Well, he may get avoided of a lot of barrage from the media because everyone was bad or no one was really good. But I'm sure he's going to get a lot more pressure from the media. And yeah, if he doesn't have a good run in Brisbane, yes, I don't want it to be like this for him. You don't want to see that. It's obviously exciting in the moment that wickets are coming down, but you don't want him to end the series with like a cumulative 100 runs. You want him to score at least 100.
No, he doesn't do that, mate. He never does that. He'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay. He'll figure it out.
So moving on, heading to the second test. Where do we go from here? Like I mentioned, a couple things. Pink ball. Couple things. Let's get into some real logistics. Pat Cummins, maybe 50-50 coming back. Lyon leaves the field. He gets hit with a ball, was in visible pain, left the field, didn't participate in most of today's play. Khawaja, back spasm, left multiple times. And Josh Hazlewood, we don't know his situation. So there's a reality where Lyon doesn't play and Khawaja doesn't play.
I think Australia will be more relaxed now. I think Pat Cummins will still come back in, but I think all the bowlers showed that they're capable of bowling nicely and getting wickets, so the pressure's off a little bit.
Highly capable.
Yeah. But I think Pat will still come in, right? Yeah, it'd be interesting. Let's see what happens with Lyon, Khawaja. But it is a pink ball, right? It is a day-night test.
Pink ball, day and nighter, yeah.
So, I mean, Pat Cummins would be unbelievable. He's unbelievable anyway, but with a pink ball nipping around in the twilight, he'd be terrible. Him and Boland, and obviously Stark's an absolute fire. So you get three absolute weapons there. And then, Doggett may play. Maybe, I don't know.
No, I mean, like I say, if Lyon doesn't play, there's a real reality where you don't need to play another spinner. You don't need to replace a spinner. You have Travis Head can bowl some overs. You have Labuschagne that can bowl some overs. You technically have Steve Smith that can bowl some overs. Mm-hmm. There are some options there, and Bo Webster also does bowl off spin. So there are some options. There are some options there for the spin. And I mean, like, no one bowled spin. Root just came on to end the innings out just to give it up.
Lyon bowled a couple of overs. That's about it.
A couple overs before lunch. But I mean, if you're going to play these 2-3 day tests, the spinners really get their money's worth in day 4 and 5. So day-night test shouldn't go more than 3 days. If it's anything like we saw this now, they're going to play. It's going to just be like a double head ODI. And both play at 50 overs each and get out of there. See you later. But there's probably a reality, where you don't play Lyon. And if they don't play Lyon, they get to add someone else, which maybe becomes a Cam Webster, and they keep Doggett, even if Pat Cummins comes back. And then there's also
keep the dog
keep the dog in the fight. And then
get the dog up here.
If Usman Khawaja is injured or dropped, there's a way that Mitch Marsh comes into the team. Yeah, that could be something, because
I don't. You think they bring Mitch Marsh back in?
Maybe you could bring so many people back. I'm a big fan of someone that hasn't played yet.
I want Mitch Marsh.
You could always bring Mitch Owen into the lineup. I like Mitch Owen.
He's a bowler, but he can bowl a little bit as well. But imagine opening the batting with Head and Marsh. I'd enjoy that.
Yes, it happens. We're doing it right now in ODI cricket and then T20 cricket. It's happening. Why not transition? Why not transition the T20 team just to a test team because you're playing Bazball? It's Bazball. Yeah. Why not just play T20 for 90 overs? 90 overs of T20 cricket.
6-7 beers, mate.
6-7. That we should fine ourselves for saying 6-7 on the podcast. We should fine ourselves absolutely. Bad. Don't do that. Yes. So there are many changes, and I think this is totally we've gone sidetrack. We're going to add this in. Is there a reality where Test cricket just becomes 90 over T20s?
No, I don't think so because it's just these wickets. No, because you got India. India just finished quick, but Pakistan, India.
Come on, man.
There's going to be some flat wickets, but yeah, who knows, mate? I mean, it's people are playing aggressive style. You can get millions of runs, but you can also get nothing. So it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
the T20 landscape is changing it. Obviously, so much
it's all
franchise. Who
changing
knows?
it. It's all changing it. But
The best form of defense is attack, right? Apparently, that's what they
yes.
do.
So I mean, what I don't think because like I said, people you think of a traditional selection for test matches, it's like, oh, you want to get the guy that can see off the ball, see off the new ball, and knock it around, and then set it up for the 3-4, and then the 5-6 are
Noah's
going to
watching
come
that.
in and score. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The fives put the 5-6 at 1-2, and then just set the next four batters. The next four batters in the lineup are all 3-4 alternatives.
I think that
in a different order.
I'm with you. I think Travis Head's going to well, Mitch Marsh. I think Joffa's going to bring fine leg up and ball wide hole. That's what. That's what's going to happen first over.
Yeah, I love it. No, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see if we just Bazball, everyone just go ham. They should go out there and have a gentleman's agreement. If it gets to like the third test, then it's like, guys, come on, we can't have these shorter games. If you're like, okay, let's just make sure we're giving some nice juicy half volleys in the slot so we can get the big exciting shots and the crowd gets all up, and then they both give it to each other. So
I think what they might do is this could be kind of thumbnail. I reckon they're going to go from 4 innings to 8 innings. Then maybe that's what they'll do, mate. 4 innings per team. 4 innings per team.
4 innings
maybe
per team.
Yeah, that's 5 days.
Oh, I love that.
Maybe. Yeah, then you can go. Then you can go hard, mate.
I love that.
So 8 innings.
Yeah, would you go? Yeah, that's actually, now I'm thinking about it. That's actually pretty decent. That's pretty decent. I heard they come up with this T-test thing coming up. That's totally off topic.
T20 test or something?
T20 test where you got 20, two T20s back to back. Yeah. I'm sure test cricket will develop into something new into the future. With
maybe a few AI robots, RoboCop on fine leg, robot.
But imagine if you took test cricket and you made it like capped at 50 overs, 50 overs at one time. Like, you know what I mean?
It?
Yeah,
what the game's
50 overs in innings. Yeah, but you played multiple innings. You played multiple innings into the 5 days.
Why don't they do? They should do. 100 overs each, 50 overs, then 20 and 10, and that should be it.
There you go. We just solved test cricket right here, team.
150, 20, T10.
We just solved test cricket right here. Look at that. Everything's happening on that cricket.
So that's a 100 over game in one.
Yeah.
And then 50 the next day, 20, 10, 4 days. Maybe. Yeah.
That's it.
5 days, yeah. Easy. Job done. Thank you very much. Pay us the money.
Yeah,
ICC, come on.
Yeah, thank you. We'll take our royalty checks. There you go. That's pretty much cricket right there. Is that cricket right there? That's cricket right there, team. That's it. Liam?
I tell you who'd be sending a few pots and saying that's cricket, it'd be Travis Head, mate. That's
Travis Head? Oh, Travis Head, that's cricket. All of Australia is saying that's cricket today. Can't wait to see what happens over the next few days leading up to the next test. Thank you so much for being here, team. Again, thank you to Runmaker for sponsoring this video. Team.
That's cricket.
That's cricket.
That's cricket.